This episode was recorded in front of a live stream audience. Join us. Grab your mascot at patreon.com/the Jessa channel. That was a very short opening song because I want to get right into the fun of today. You're watching the Jessa channel live on YouTube. Today is December 12th. Nope, I'm wrong. It's December 9th. It's Sunday, December 9th. And we are live simming with patrons today. This is our every 2 weeks, like clockwork, patron-only live stream. We are playing in Kettle Falls, and we are going around the hood, getting to know all of the kettlers in the neighborhood. Oh, and by the way, I am Jessa. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I really like that song, so I think I want to hear it again. That sounded really nice. That was a very sweet little song with a nice little ending, and then I thought, well, time to start talking. Hi, Blue. Hi, Heather. Hi. Yay. Hi, JT. Hi, Kai. Yep, say hi to the gang, because we are definitely a gang. Hi, Anne. I'm always so happy to see you. And this is Abby. That's Abby there. That's going to take a little bit of time for me to get used to, Abby. You're having a bit of a week and excited to relax with some of your favorite folks. That's so awesome. You guys are getting to be as well known as I am, all of you guys, because people recognize you from the live streams. And so when they come into Discord, they're like, oh, is it really Heather? Blink, blink. Hi, Heather. And Kai and JT is new. JT is a new patron. He just came in on Friday, as well as Jim did too. Look at Heather. I'm famous. 12-page paper due tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I'm always so impressed by Heather's academic prowess. She's good. Prowess. Like, is that the right word? I don't know. Anyway, hi, Morgwin. Speaking of a regular, there's a regular right there. But yeah, I don't know if I could write a 12-page paper in a day. I don't think I could do that at all. You feel like you're part of the cast now? That's awesome. Yeah, I see that stories have been going on. Also, by the way, I still need to send a thank you card to JT, to Jim, and also to Blue, who asked me for one. And my excuse for not sending a thank you card yesterday, I was sleeping all day. I'm not joking. That's pretty much my excuse. I woke up and I had breakfast. My husband made scrambled eggs and toast. And then he gave me a tray in bed with scrambled eggs and toast because I'm spoiled. And then I passed out and slept until about 7 o'clock that night. Then I got up and he made dinner too. We actually made dinner together. I cut up the vegetables and did some of it, and then he did the rest. He made the pasta part. And then I fell asleep again. That's my excuse. So I will send those thank you cards out today. Ralph has just come up here. And I particularly want to say hello to Ralph, who is, he's been a patron for quite a while now. You might be coming up on your year anniversary. Some of you guys, like Morgwin, passed her year anniversary of being a patron. Anyway, I just wanted to give Ralph a particularly special shout out today. Ralph, I'm so glad you're a patron. You've added a lot to our Discord. I love that image that you posted of it raining and the flower in the inspirational section. And I looked at that several times this week because it's been raining metaphorically and in actuality in my life. So everybody, could you, if you're feeling okay with this, could you just hug pile on Ralph? Because he's a great guy. And he's super awesome. He's sassy. He works so hard. When we first met him, he had a difficult job. Now he's got a much better job, but he's got, he needs a hug. So there you go, Ralph. Okay, from all of us, Ralph, here you go. There you go, hon. There you go, okay? And you're right here, see? Yay! There you go. So yeah, we are the Hug Pile channel here. And people care about you. Believe me, we do. I know I do. So, I also know, and speaking for myself only, how difficult it is. Aww. Oh, look at Ralph. It brought a tear to his eye. Isn't it nice, Ralph, when people are just like, hey, we care. Isn't it awesome? Such a super wonderful thing, but simple. Like a simple necessity for being, I think, a contented human being on this planet is that need and connection. That for connection, recognizing it's really important. So that's what we're here for. If you want to join us on Patreon, for those of you guys watching later on, you can always do so. There'll be a link popping up here in a minute. Patreon.com/the Jessa channel. So when you're watching later on, you can just take a look in the chat and see that link. Come on over and join us for our next patron-only live simming, which I really like because it's more intimate and it's just a lot of fun. So right there, that link right there. So we're gonna head on into the game, and we had a great live stream on Friday. Relly Girl was with us, and she has a YouTube channel where we're, a lot of us have, and by us, I mean me, have already gotten a little bit addicted to her Sims 2 content. And she also does Skyrim, which I haven't had a chance to watch yet. She does Fallout for people who love that, and I don't like Fallout, so go over there and watch her stuff. Yeah, she also live streams. So I'm hoping that she'll start doing some live simming. That'd be pretty cool. So anyway, but also she posted on Twitter that she is going to start posting content once a week, Sims 2 content, for all of us greedy simmers. And by us, I mean me. Good morning, Joe. Joe's in Australia, where it is currently, she's in Eastern Australia. It's 7 a.m., I think. 7 a.m. her time. She gets up early for these. That's one of the reasons why I don't move it up any earlier. And I've kind of settled on this time as being the best of all the available options, because I know that some people in the European area, particularly like in the Central European, like not Central Europe, like Berlin, like Germany, it's late there. Like where Velest is, I think it's maybe 11 o'clock. But if I move it any earlier, it's super hard for the Australians. And we have a number of Australians here. So I'm just like, okay, it's going to have to be kind of too early for the Australians and kind of too late for the Europeans, and somewhere in the middle for the Americans. That's all we can do. That's the best I can do. Hello, Devilish. Welcome back. Yay. So anyway, let's go ahead on into the game. This has been the Jessa part of the live stream where we just talk about what's going on. And hi, Kristen. Kristen, I saw that picture of you and your mister in Discord, and I had missed it. So I'm so glad to finally have a face with the name. One more thing before we go to the game. We've been on Patreon now for over a year. It's been by far the best year of the channel. And it has very little to do with the actual money that comes through. That has been helpful. It's allowed me to do things like, get a better microphone, get a brand new computer, and build it so that we can play The Sims without pink flashing. It's been great, but that is the smallest part, honestly. The absolute best part is getting to see your faces. Before, when I was just doing Let's Plays, like if you commented, unless you commented on most videos, I wouldn't be able to really track. Like I could keep track of some people, but like if you didn't comment very much, but you watched every video, I never knew that. Now, I know what JT looks like. I know what Chocolate looks like. I know what Joe's knees look like. I know what Heather looks like. And I can pull up your faces in my mind. That is way better than all the money. Because you're people now. You understand what I mean? Instead of just subscriber count numbers or comments. That's worth its weight in gold. Joe, yeah, it's only available on YouTube. You only get a picture? Are you sure you're on the right link? Go, Joe's knees. I do know what Joe's knees look like. I know what Kai looks like. He's got a wonderful face. It's just with rosy cheeks. Morgwin, don't put that link in chat, please. Take that out, as this is Patron only. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, actually, come to think of it, because no one else is watching but us. I'm sorry, forget it. It didn't really matter. But Joe, the link is in Discord, in the announcement section, where it always is, Joe. It's private, yes. Okay, so anyway. let's head on into the game. And I'm heading up to this corner here. And we're going to have some fun today, continuing to play at the Mackenzie's house as we begin the first house in our entire rotation of Kettle Falls. So let me take care of some things here. And Sky's grooving. And I know what Sky looks like. That's awesome. So Joe, you must be able to see the video or you wouldn't be able to get in chat. So you must be here. I don't know what problem you're having, but I hope you work it out. Let me make sure I have everything set up here. I want to go there. Yeah. And then I can lower this. And there is the game. Oh! Yeah, that's because I posted a link to YouTube because YouTube Gaming. Oh, I know why. So just let me see if I can do this really quickly. Hold on a second. One moment, please. So Joe, all you have to do is change the link from www to gaming. And I'm going to put it in Discord really fast. Yeah, it's a little too late. I know how that is. Yeah, it's you. All you have to do, you did it. Morgwin did it already. Morgwin got it. Thank you, Morgwin, as per usual. Okay, let's make sure we have everything. Morgwin posted it. Morgwin posted it. That's because I don't know why I even bother trying to beat Morgwin or the rest of the mod team at anything. It's a pointless endeavor. They're much faster than I am. One of the challenges I've had this year is, I wouldn't say it's a challenge, but it's just been one of the things I've had to learn. Yeah, it's private. One of the things I had to learn was how good the mod team is, that I can actually just lean back and trust them because they do things so fast. Yeah, that was my bad. Next time I'll put the gaming link in there. Exactly, Abby. I'm hoping that Cheesy comes today. I miss her. I haven't seen her in a while. Well, she was here, I think, on Friday's live stream, but just for a little bit. Okay, so we are here in Kettle Falls. We are going clockwise around the neighborhood, starting with the Mackenzies. Next, we'll be playing the Montague Adams home, and then heading over to the Sloans, the Bellamys, the Masons, to the Flop House. Kathy's lot is currently empty, although I have been so enjoying Kathy's adventures in other people's hoods. She is currently in Heather's hood in The Sims 4, and she's in Joe's hood right now, having adventures in those different parallel worlds. And those, when Kathy comes back into the hood, it's going to be really fun. And the Flop House is really nice. It's kind of empty right now. All the Sims that were in there, there's only one renter, I guess, renting a room, and that is Lord, this is one of the reasons why we need to go around that so I can remember everybody's name. Cameron, Leslie, Pearl and Everly live there. They're permanent residents. Until your vacation starts. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it. We're also going to take a look at one of the things I want to show you before we go into the into the Mackenzie home is I want to show you something here in Shauna's house. Plus also, I just wanted to, since Heather's with us, I wanted her to see Shauna for real. I mean, not just in pictures. They get some peace and quiet in the Flop House. We'll have to see what we can do to change that, JT. Yeah, so what we're talking about is the Simtopia Travel Agency, which is one of the things that we've started doing in Discord. It's a nice way for us to share Sims together, and it's working out a lot better than I'd even thought it would. It's so fun. It is so fun to see your Sims and other people's hoods. And then when Kathy moves back into Kettle Falls, people can either take her out of their game, like, or they can keep her, I guess. And what I mean by take her out is you can't delete a Sim, but you could, for example, put her in your Sim bin, or in The Sims 4, I think you can delete Sims out from the hood without a problem. So you could just basically say that she moved away again. With Joe, she'll probably keep Kathy in her hood, and Kathy will stay there for making trouble for time. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, Heather can choose to keep Kathy, or she can choose to follow along with the storyline that Kathy moves back to Kettle Falls after her vacation is done. But yeah, Joe will keep her and give her a life. You can't delete Sims in Sims 2, but you can, but it'll screw up your game. There is a way, I mean, you can delete, you know, the game allows you to delete Sims, but don't do it because it will screw up your game. It will cause your hood to eventually, because the Sim will continue to be referenced by other Sims, but it doesn't exist. When the other Sims try and reference the Sim that doesn't exist, you get crashing. And then eventually you get a dead hood. So, anyway, I'm so glad you like this one, Abby. So I wanted to show this to you, a couple things that we have made changes with since you guys last saw it. The Robotics Lab has come along quite well. So you can see Shauna here in her Robotics Lab. And Shauna is, her original world, or where she'll eventually be going back to, is The Sims 4. So we recreated her, trying very hard to recreate her based on a picture we had from Heather's game. And she's just sitting there with her eyes closed. She's really, really cute. And so, when they get to me too much. So, one of the things though is that Shauna has been very busy. I went ahead and spent a week of sim time having her get her robotics up. I could have just given it to her through a mod, but I decided to just play it out. And over here, this is the only robot that's from the game. So even though she can make every robot, almost every robot, she can't yet make a servo. But she's pretty close to being able to make a servo, and I wanted to stop right before she was able to make it so that we could continue her story together. But in any case, what I decided to do though was I decided to use the Sim wardrobe versions of these robots. I'll show you what I'm talking about. By the way, I have discovered that robots are awesome. Awesome! Particularly the Sentry Bot. So one of the things that the police station will sell is Sentry Bots. Definitely. So this is the upgraded version of the cleaning robot. Let me show you that. So what I mean by upgraded is that the Maxis version just cleans up stuff that's on the same level, like on the floor, as the robot, but it doesn't clean up stuff on the tables. This robot has a kind of laser beam or tractor beam or something like that, a beaming thing that will clean things up. Yeah. So, and I like the pads. I like how they look. So it was really, it's my first time, though I've had these in my downloads folder for a while. It's my first time being able to actually play with them, and it's been wonderful. I decided to keep these. These were her early efforts here. And then this one over here, this attack bot. You can program it to attack any sim on the lot. And there's a couple more things that you can do with it, I guess. But it's wonderful. And I just like the way it looks. This is the Munchie Bot, and the thing I like about it is that you can tell it to go and get a certain type of food. With the Maxis Bot, the only food that it would get is Chinese food, which I don't like. The Sims barely raises their hunger, and pizza. So this allows you to be able to pick a different type of food. You can, there's a 40 simoleon service charge per food order. And let me see if I can. So over here, select food. You can have, and it's only just Max's foods. Too bad you can't have it pick up custom food. Lunch stuff, breakfast stuff, dessert stuff. So, it brought her this here. Right now she's having it get, I think that's filet mignon. The other thing I like, but I have learned that the robots make a whizzing noise, which quickly drove me up the wall. So I love having them in their own shed. They go in and out of the door without any problem. And since we have this gnome on the lot, a lot of times Sims are coming over trying to steal the gnomes. I enjoyed watching the sentry bot buzz Matilda Thornbush right in the backside. It was awesome. It was awesome. So, but this is what they sound like. Let's see. Well, I don't hear them. Well, I don't know why, but I don't hear them. Let me turn this one off, for example. Ah, there we go. So look at that. Isn't that neat with the neat kind of animation? That's awesome. And then let's try turning it back on and let's see if that noise comes up. And when it first comes out, it'll do a patrol around the spot, around the area, kind of mapping the area a little bit. That noise, that noise, that noise. So, but you know, when you're over in the house, you can't hear it. So, anyway, it's pretty cool. So that is Shauna Berg. We'll be playing her more. She is here on temporary storyline. Her goal is to build a time machine, which is why she's studying robotics so frenziedly, because she's going to be making a servo, which is we are calling Bob for, I don't know, what did we, oh, well, actually, I wrote it down, so now we can find out. Because I knew I wouldn't remember. Bob is the Berg Industries operational biocomputer. It's what her parents, her parents' secret business. Anyway, so thank goodness I wrote that down, because good Lord, I wouldn't have remembered. And let's head back out into the neighborhood. Let's see if we can do a quantum leap without having to go out into the neighborhood, as much as I love the neighborhood. Because another reason why I love a small neighborhood is that you can jump from one end to the other most of the time. Let's see here, though. Let's see. Oh, I have to be in live mode. Cottonwood Way. Let's see if we can grab the Mackenzie cottage from here. Adams. Nope, the Mackenzies are right here behind these trees. Oh, wait, nope. I saw it. Can I get him? That's Little Red Schoolhouse. It did pop up there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it again. So we'll have to do it the long way. And so what Heather's saying in chat is that in Shauna's house, while Shauna is in Kettle Falls, Lavender, who is her brother, Shauna's brother's girlfriend, is trying to fix the time machine. But so far, all she does is cause thunderstorms. So anyway. Oh, I do know how to do that, Joe. I just didn't consider doing it. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Joe is saying that I could have used the load lot cheat, but it wasn't. I just decided to just go out into the hood. Didn't even occur to me to use it. So anyway, we get to see the adventures of what's going on. And Heather's been great because she's taken the ideas that we came up with Shauna and integrated them into her story. And that's really the best thing about the Simtopia Travel Agency, is that we're weaving stories together in our own hoods. But they're weaving between our hoods, which is so cool. Oh, good. There's Cheesy. I was just saying that I hoped that Cheesy would come. I said that about 30 minutes ago. The good doctor got rejected. He did, Cheesy. Totally. Cheesy's supposed to be in a study group, but she's sneaking out. Okay, so I left this a couple things before we start in on this playthrough. So, I learned something about these plants from Sun and Moon, from Sunny and Fractured Moonlight over at Plum Bob Keep, these plants. So they've given us a lot of awesome new garden plants. However, I found out that there was a problem with them, but well, it's not a problem with them. They work fine. But what I mean is how I wanted to use them wasn't working. So I'll tell you how I got around that. So what I wanted to do was to make a garden that looked more natural, where the plants aren't equally spaced, because Nuala is just way too bohemian of mind to have things so evenly spaced. So what I wanted was to put plants next to each other like this. Yeah. And I was getting an error. The Sims would not be able to water this plant because this plant was blocking their way. So once again, to the rescue came... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. The walkthrough block. So I put each plant on a walkthrough block, and now the plants work just fine. They can be watered. They can be tended, no problem, without route failing. So I encourage you again to get the walkthrough blocks. They're available from Mod The Sims. And they will allow you to be able to do things that are more unique with the layout of your gardens. The other reason why I love these gardens so much, besides the fact that they're wonderfully meshed, is that, and they're having a they're having a discussion in chat about bugs. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to use those plants, besides the fact that they're amazing, is that they also stack in these baskets. So I'm very much looking forward to Nuala's first yield so that we can stack her produce in the baskets. And I believe that Sims can pick them out of the baskets and eat them, I think. We're going to find that out. For those of you guys who have not yet seen Nuala's and what I'm saying here, this is Nuala Mackenzie. This is her husband, Brock Mackenzie. And this is their son, Bastion. He's sweet. I've also found that the homework, there's a mod. Yeah, Abby is making a really good point. She says that Sun and Moon from Plum Bob Keep is the name of the two creators who created all this wonderful content. They've given her, Abby, the farm expansion she always wanted, and I agree with that completely. Because we have no separate space, this is another space-saving thing that you can do for when you have children in a house and you only have room for one desk. So it's hard for the child to do their homework on that desk because the laptop is blocking the space. There's a tool here called the desk locator. I recategorized mine to show up in miscellaneous over here. But normally it shows up in the desk section. You can put the desk locator down. This is what it looks like when you first pull it out of and then you can assign a sim to it, and it basically means that the sim will put their homework on this space. So even though it kind of blocks there's like a picture on the dining room table, it doesn't really bother me. To me, the story behind this is that they decided when he was a little child maybe to give him an assigned chair, and this is his assigned chair. So anyway, he'll do homework at any of these spots, which is kind of nice. The thing I like so much about live simming with the patrons is that they're listening to me, but they're also having conversations because they have gotten to know each other and connected in Discord. So friendships have formed, and so they're just having chats in the chat room that don't have anything to do with me. That's always cool when I come into Discord and they've had lots of conversations. So the Discord is definitely not a place where it's just about me. It's mostly not about me at all. Hey, Leon. So, there's Chocolate doing her job. Hey, and there's Angie. Did you guys just get back from D&D? So, it is 4 a.m. And one of the things that I want to do with this lot is something that we haven't had a chance to do ever yet, though I've had the document for it for many years. But I think I want to do an ROS for this lot because I'm having a hard time. Oh, wow. Kathy's going to get around. That's awesome. I'm having a hard time finding some deeper motivation for Brock. Nuala's background, her story is kind of gelling in my mind, but Brock is kind of, besides being someone who just loves to cook and make new dishes and that kind of stuff, I haven't really got a lot of a story for him. So the ROS stands for Random Occurrence Scenarios, and I'll tell you about those. Well, actually, let me just go ahead and tell you about them now before we get into the day, and I will tell you how they work. So, I will put in chat what they stand for. Whoops. The other thing about the Simtopia travel agency that we have been really enjoying is that, I hope I'm spelling that right, is that it works whether we have Sims 2, Sims 3, or Sims 4. Like, the patrons play all 3 of them. So even if you are playing any of the games, you can we just recreate the sim in the games that we're playing. Okay, so these are random occurrence scenarios, and yeah, it looks like I spelled that wrong. But anyway, so let's go to the desktop now. I'm going to pull up a document here. And also I'm going to take a moment to show you my desktop because it looks very, very wintry today. Let's make sure everything's working as it should. Good. So yeah, I just like this. My desktop changes every day, and so it was really nice to see this one. The background, I mean, changes every day. Pretty wintry. Ooh. So this is the random occurrence scenarios, and basically the idea behind them is that you have 10 different possibilities: financial, family, relationships and friends, career, trying to stop that. Okay, so anyway, it won't let me break that up, but anyway, career and disease and illness, disaster, death, which is bad. We don't want that one, but if it happens, it happens. Repair, which is basically just breaking everything in the lot and then having to fix it. Miscellaneous. What it is it's ways to kind of add some spice to your game, and I think of them as story seeds. They allow you to kind of get an idea, maybe, and we just roll randomly. I love them because I have actual dice, which I have showed you guys from time to time over the years. Gotta find my dice bag. Where's my dice bag? Oh, I know why. Because I changed my dice bag, and after many years, I tossed out my homemade dice bag because I found this cool little this thing that my headphones came in. But anyway, let me show you this. So, this is and in them are my beloved purple dice that I've had as long as I've had the random occurrence scenarios. There's one regular 6-sided die in here, and the rest of them are purple. And then this white one. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, I don't know if I have that dice roller up. Let me just check and see. Because since I reinstalled my computer, I may not have put that dice roller up. But I think I can find it really fast. Here it is. Yay! What we're going to do is we're going to roll. And this is going to possibly really change their lives. At the, are you sharing this ROS file? That ROS file is widely available on the internet, I believe. But if you want me to, Blue, I can put it up. Yeah, no problem. And by widely available, then I say that and I can't remember where you'd get it. So I'll just upload mine. Anyway, so there's 10 rolls. So the first thing we're going to do is roll a 10-sided die. If we get a 10, we roll again. Yeah? So let's go for... That's a D6. Let's clear this first. D10. There we go. So the first thing we're going to do is roll a D10. Now, if I were alone, I would use my beloved purple die. But since we are online here, I have found that these are almost as satisfying. But the ROS is wonderful. So, and I just thought it's time. And some people use the ROS kind of as in their rounds, like they make a round around the neighborhood, and for every house they roll it every round. In other words, they play every house for 5 days, for example, and every time they play that house they roll the ROS. I tend to use it the way I do everything with story. It's more the story dictates whether I need to use it or not. If I can't find something that's naturally growing out for the sim that gives us something to hook onto, then I'll use the ROS. So anyway, let's go ahead and throw this D10, and let's hope we don't get death. Because if we do, oh, it's gonna suck. Okay, phew, that is not death. That is not death. My heart started beating a little bit. So let's see what 3 is. Let's see. So 3 is, oh, good, relationships and friends. So for this one, there are 20 possibilities here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click to continue, or tap and drag to roll again. We're going to click to continue. We're going to clear this, and then we're going to go for a D20. Yeah. So let's go ahead and throw and see what we get. Is that, Abby, is that true? I mean, well, obviously it is true, but Abby is saying that you want to downsize now because you like, oh, by the way, I have to show you guys something really awesome. But Abby's saying that she wants to downsize even though she likes a lot of space. And so, but there's something else I want to show you guys, but I'll try not to get too much off the track here. So first of all, let's go ahead and throw this D20, and then I'll remind myself to show you something that Abby put up in Discord, which I love, and I have to show you guys how it's awesome. D20. All right. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Booyah! That's a 12. All right, let's see what is 12. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. So what we got here was weekly night out with the gang, and I like this one. This is pretty cool because and you can see that it's weekly night out with the gang and weekly night in with the gang. And it says every Tuesday night, you can choose whatever night you want. Choose one activity to the left, take D6, and there's a lot of rolling in this, which I like, because it means it takes, you know, you don't have to roll D6 and decide how many people. You can take as many people as you want. Use the group feature on the phone to name the group and invite them. This tradition must be continued for D6 weeks. So, let's go ahead, and because this kind of ties in with my idea of an elder council, because I feel like it would come up through the elders of the town getting together for some sort of poker night, bowling night, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a D6 as per the instructions. So the first one is how many people we're going to invite out. If we get a one, I'm going to re-roll. All right, 4. So we need to find 4 elders that Brock feels like he would want to have for poker night. Yeah. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drag this for how many weeks we need to do this. Now, you can, of course, change this if you don't want to do it for that many weeks. It doesn't really matter. I'll probably keep it up but I'm just curious to see what we get. So let's do and so that's 5 weeks. All right. So an oldies poker night. So let's see what we can choose here from. Now this document was written, I think, before all the expansion packs were out. We could go to over here is the list. Hello. Poker night, bowler night, dance club night, movie night, concert night, or billiards night. So that means, though, that in order to fulfill this, we have to kind of stretch our wings a little bit because we haven't really, and it has to be outside the house. So that means that we need to find a place where the elders of the town come together and say where we're going to do this. Now, actually, we do have a place already where we can do this. Movie night, concert night, billiards night, dance club night, bowling night. We don't have a bowling hall yet. We don't have a pub yet, but we do have, and let's weave this into the story. All right, so let's go back into the game. And I love that automatic scene switcher. It's really helpful. So what I think is that Brock here's the story. Brock has been inspired by the party he had. At that party, he met Montague Adams. I hope he met him. Yeah. He met the vicar. And he also barely knows Cameron Leslie. Let's see. Are there any other elders he knows? They don't have to all be men. He knows Annabelle Whittlesey. He does not know Emmeline Whittlesey. So just based upon who he knows, I think that so anyway, what I feel he would do here is inspired by the success of that party, which, by the way, everyone in Kettle Falls is talking about that party. If they were invited, they're sharing stories from it. If they weren't invited, they're being pissy about it. But in any case, I think what we're going to do is we're going to invite Montague Adams, Annabelle Whittlesey, and the vicar. And along with Brock, that'll be 4. And the reason why I'm not inviting a 4th, like it said, invite 4 people, is because the place where we're going to go, it's 4 on a table. Where can we go to fulfill this? Well, it just so happens that we do have a village community hall. I think that the vicar calls Brock up and he says, well, I very much enjoyed that party. It was delicious, particularly the grilled cheese sandwiches. Top notch. I'd love to know what cheese you're using in that. Listen, I feel that perhaps a little gathering of us elder folks might be in order. And the Brock says, I was thinking the very same thing. And the vicar says, I'd like to offer the community hall for perhaps let's say a weekly get-together of play a little bit of bridge. And Brock says, well, I'd be honored. Thank you. He says, well, I'd like to welcome everyone who's new to town, and I know that your family has done such a wonderful job keeping us well fed at the cafe, at the bakery and tea shop, which is just, I love the tea there. It's very delicious. In any case, let's say it's Wednesday. Let's say we do it this evening. And Brock says, I'll call and see if there's anyone else who might be able to come. He says, the vicar says, well, I happen to know that Annabelle Whittlesey would enjoy that very much. And Brock says, I know My next door neighbor, Montague Adams. He might wish to come. And the vicar says, of course, then we'll call it a foursome. We'll see you tonight. About 6? Brock says, yes, thank you. I'll see you then. They hang up and Brock whistles a happy tune. So that happened last night. I love Kettle Falls so much. Oh, thank you, Sky. I appreciate that so much. So, the old coots with their amazing accents. The geriatric foursome. And we'll start with that. And then the Elder Council can build. And you know, you remember on Friday I was talking about the Elder Council. So this is a way that we have now found a way to weave it all in with the wonderful, the ROS. And this, thank you, Harvey. And this is just, oh, you guys are so nice. So that we can get to know everyone. Exactly. Because I thought, well, what we've been doing is building and hopping from house to house as I built it, as I designed it. Welcome back, Harvey. So anyway, I was thinking that we could do something at the library, but I feel like it's just more story oriented to have the vicar offer his space up, because that's what it's for, and it's already set up with games, so it shouldn't be too difficult. What we are going to have to do to prepare for this, though, is I think what we're going to do is have Mahjong tables in there, have a Mahjong table, which I believe we already have. I'm pretty sure we already have a Mahjong table, so we're good with that. So I don't think we need to do anything else. I think we're ready to play this out. Let's take a look at Brock's schedule. He works on Wednesdays until 6, so the minute he gets home from work, he will head on over. Nuala will pout a little bit, perhaps, but in general be happy for him. Let's go ahead and check on our family. Today is Wednesday in the world of Kettle Falls. It is 4:41 a.m. and Nuala is getting herself up and ready. There's Bastion sleeping away. There's Brock and Nuala with Brock's pajamas that I have to remember to change out today, because I don't like those pajamas. What I've been doing, another thing before we start before I click the play button that I wanted to tell you about is that I have been, even though they own a business lot, what I've been doing, because I guess I like playing business lots a little bit, but sending a sim there every day is not enjoyable to me. Because the way business lots work, they're a little bit samey. They're wonderful to go to as a customer, but they're not so interesting to play as a owner, because, like, for example, all they're doing are the same things, making food. Occasionally I'll have them go and talk to other sims and build relationships that way. So I like to have it as an option to go to. So I've been compensating by giving them a career where I say that that's where they've been going. Like right now he's in the culinary career. So from 3 to 6, he goes to the cafe. Nuala works as an employee of the cafe, and I've set her up to be on the morning shift. If you don't yet have this career, I highly recommend it. Nuala. Let me type that in for you. Anyway, Nuala goes to the cafe from 3 a.m., 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then Brock goes over, an hour later. Maybe the cafe is closed for lunch or whatever. And then from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., he's there. And then every evening from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., Bastion is there. And so Bastion kind of, let's say the cafe closes at 6, and so Bastion like does 2 hours of cleanup afterwards and then comes home and does his homework, yeah? So this custom career is awesome. It is, one of you guys probably already know about it. All right, let's go on out to the desktop. It's by Gwen K. I'm not even pretty sure. I'm sure it is. It is on Mod The Sims. It is. Oh, I'm glad you like it, RV. Good. Okay. Employee career, maybe. It's on Mod The Sims. So, so anyway, that is a way that you can, and I will show you while I'm at it, what the levels look like. So basically you put them, they're already employed in a career. I mean, they're already an employee. That's a career. Then what you do is change the levels to whatever you want it to be for whatever hours. It's genius. So you can have the normal 9 to 5 hours. In this case, Nuala is doing the morning shift from 6 to 14. So all I did to change her level on the fly, the way I did it, and I'm guessing that there are other mod ways. Well, not guessing, I know. I don't know if 2Jeff's mod would allow it, but I do use the inseminator. With the inseminator, it's pretty simple. You just spawn the career adjuster, looks like a computer, and then you just select career level right there. That's easy. I don't know about 2Jeff's tool. Let's see. This one I'm always, the Sim Blender, it's always the name I'm forgetting of it. That might do it too. Let's see. Careers. Set level. So yeah, you can do it with that one too. Hi, Lunar Lady. Have fun at your party. Okay, so Harvey already answered that. Yeah, you can use Sim Blender too to do it. You can also use, oh, what is that wonderful mod by Erroneous? Anyway, so there's at least 2 different ways to do it. And I know that Erroneous's mod, the one I can't remember the name of, but somebody will put in chat in a minute, is another way to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and get the day started. Nuala gets up very early because she likes to get up and bake baked goods. Ooh, I hear my husband. Yay! And they're going to head over to their different bathroom spots here. Nuala always likes to go, and this is basically like her bathroom. And she's got to take care of things and go to work right away. In the meantime, we will creepily stare at him going pee. I'm so glad we're able to use this sink method so that it's pretty cool. Like, I saw somebody use the toilet here. Look at that dirty toilet. I saw somebody use the toilet, and they got up off the toilet, flushed it, and then just turned around in the spot and used the sink. It was so cool. I think Erroneous's tool just came to me. I think it's called Sim Manipulator. So Nuala has got to make it to work. There we go. She's going to get there just in time. I do have a mod which causes the horn not to beep. And she's got a ride. You'll notice that no one has Kettle Falls has cars yet. I have no particular thing against cars. It's just that I haven't gotten many yet. All right, so 5:59 a.m. and I'm gonna close this. I've been learning to work without keeping the needs open and being so dependent on need-oriented play and letting the Sims take care of their own needs, because they do. I'm gonna have him go ahead and clean the house though. So how are you doing, Harvey? Yeah, you're not too fond of the cleaning. Let's see how your personality is. Yeah, he's pretty sloppy, so he doesn't really like this, and he's a pretty slow cleaner. Nuala is really the better at cleaning, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, brother. This wonderful sunset and sunrise light. Look at that. That pre-dawn light. Oh, so good. And I've noticed that it's different. This light is different than the sunset light. Yay! I'm happy you're here too, Harvey. It is so very chilly where we are, so I am very much tucked up. I've got my scarf. It's like a cowl. Somebody told me what the name of it was, but I forget it already. I would say that he's very much thinking about this possibility of a he's very much thinking about this possibility of a his night out tonight. So usually I will take a teen. Oh, somebody here to visit? Oh, Claire's just reading the paper on her way to work. All right, and wonderfully, Bastion is going to school. He's woken up. He's going outside to do something. By the way, he has a desire for a bird. And so I have decided, I've locked that want. This buy a birdcage want. He wants to also buy a toy dog pen, but they're just so big. I never use them. They're way bigger than I can manage. So as you can see, I removed little Bup Bup's cage over here. I forget what I think I called him Bup Bup. And I'm gonna have him buy a bird. I'm not sure if buying the cage for the worm rats, these cages, these are so cool. And I am not sure if they count as a bird cage or if they count as buying a worm rat cage, because that's what they're a little bit based on that. Pet squirrel cage. That's awesome. But anyway, we will find out. He finished his homework last night, I believe. So he's going to get some breakfast and then head on to school. Anyway, what I was saying is that if he comes home, his parents have basically said that you can have a bird cage. And if you come home from school with an A for a whole week, you can have a bird cage. If you get an A+, you can immediately get a bird cage. So we want to get him that A+ if we can. Really? Let's do move objects on to allow us to delete those right there. Thank gosh for move objects on. That was our temporary dance floor. You love the name Bastion? Yay! Get Bazzy a bird. That's so cute. Bazzy. Oh, that's funny, Chocolate. An A gets the cage and an A+ gets the bird in the cage. All right, so we have 2 people at work, so we're just cleaning right now. Toilet cleaning. Meanwhile, I left it kind of messy in there. I know, honey. I know. After you get done, you get a new pair of pajamas. Look at him. He's so miserable. I love how they do that. Do they do that in the games afterwards where the Sims who don't like something actually walk around really depressed and stuff? So he's ready to sit down, which I'll give him a little bit of... And he also needs to eat. But let's have him sit down for just a minute because that was tiring. They do in The Sims 4? Good. Okay, so, you can also sit and eat. So why don't you grab a plate? He has to rest his back though because, you know, elders. They can drag their feet and be super melodramatic. Teens in The Sims 4. So Angie Lady Pumpkin, how are you doing? Angie Lady Pumpkin. Steak and rice for breakfast and potatoes. High carb meal. Steak, potatoes, and rice. And a little lemon on that steak. I would never put lemon on a steak. That doesn't seem right to me. Haha! Yay! I'm glad to hear it, Angie. All right. So, there's Marcella. We'll be getting to know her later. Go ahead and clean this up. Even though, you know what? Oh, crap. I forgot to tell him to lick it clean. I was going to cancel that, but it was too late. Tonight, actually, we are having steak. My husband just went to the store. So we're having steak and fingerling potatoes and asparagus. Okay, so this is what I mean by him being not very, like basically all he wants to do is, let's go ahead and have him garden because the garden needs to be tended. So I'm going to macro garden. And I found out that he will oh, look at this. Look, there's pumpkins! That's awesome! Hello, Enrique. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so actually, before he takes those away, let's get a picture of that. Yeah, I'd like to know that too, JT. That's a very good point. Scoping out the terrain. What do you call that? Case in the joint? Case in the joint. Case in the place. Yep. All right, so we're gonna go like this. And then for this one, I'm going to use the tab key. So I'm going to lower chat. He was eyeing those pumpkins. They're going to start stealing pumpkins. And I'm going to go, nope. So because there's a basement here, not a basement, a foundation, when I move the camera too close to the lot, it automatically pops up, which I don't like. So that's why I have to use the tab key at this point to move slowly in at the angle I want. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that cozy? So cozy. You're going to see me get misty-eyed in a minute. I'm going to control 4 this spot using control 4, like I just said, because I forgot to do F5. So I'm going to come out of tab mode here. I'm going to go to F5, which gets rid of that Q up there. I'm going to go to F10. I'm going to go hit the tab button, and then I'm going to hit the 4 button to put me right back where I was. And then I'm going to hit F9 here, and let's take some pictures. Do. I think that's very nice. And that, by the way, is the animated sky right there. That's on every house. Also, these pumpkins do show up in neighborhood view. Pretty awesome. So we have our first harvest, which is pretty cool. I'm very psyched that these garden plots work with Macrotastics. What they would be doing after stealing them, yep. I kind of wish you could do things like make more ruckus in the hood, like toilet paper houses and things like that. Do. As we clip through the wall, nobody's paying attention. Awesome. Hey, there's Mr. Skunky Skunk. He likes pumpkins too. Hi, Skunky Skunk. Picture time. This is very, very quaint little awesomeness. You know, one thing I wonder is maybe just because of the type of NPC he is, but I'm wondering why people didn't come here, Lila Bear. Why people didn't do more come on, sweet. TPing Matilda's house. Why we didn't do more like clone him and make like raccoons and maybe other critters, stuff like that. I don't know. I think it might be just because of the type of animal it is, because it's a untouchable NPC. Bye, Cheesy. Because he's a universal, yeah. Okay, so another tab key moment because I want to get some of this pretty world in. Let's see. Let's go out a little bit, but I want to come in and down. Yeah, like that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Skunky Skunk. That's awesome. That is awesome. Hit F9 to grab that picture. That is just wonderful. That's awesome. So one thing I need help remembering is before we leave each house, when we finally leave them and move to the next house, I want to take a picture of their entire lot so that I can have I mean, each house has a picture attached to it. Okay, so I'm going to click enter there. Yay! That is so cool. And then I think I'll take a regular picture just here. I like this framing. Oh, wrong key. I always use the rectangular mode of Gadwin print screen because I want to make sure that the numbers up in the top right corner that we can't get rid of, as far as I know we can't, that they don't show up in the picture. Bye, Sky. Thank you for coming. Oh. Okay, so I think Brock has enough sense not to pet him, unlike Kathy. Yay! And we continue on. I'm gonna speed up. Well, I hate speeding up, really. I've never been a speed 2 or 3 player, rarely. I like to watch the animations in full. And it looks like they are automatically replacing the pumpkins with new pumpkins, plants, so you don't have to replant them, which is wonderful. All right, and we're gonna do the, oh, look at this. Wow. Look at these plants. Try not to move the camera too quickly. Wow, they are so well meshed. They look fantastic. So I'm going to endeavor to get a picture of this garden because it's just so nice. This is going to take a little bit of camera work. Hey, little bop bop. That's going to be, let's see, can I go like that? Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so that's as far back as I can go, so let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, isn't that lovely? What a nice garden. And let's take the tab key out. So, since it's just patrons here, I have a question to ask you guys. I wonder if... I mean, taking pictures is a really big part of, you know, the way I play. The pictures are a way of documenting the story. But I wonder if, or I hope that they are not, you don't find them too boring, because you can't really see what I'm doing. You can't really see me framing the picture and that kind of stuff. So I just want to make sure that you guys aren't finding them to be, because I could try and lower my rate of taking them. But I don't know. Picture time is such an important thing. I've been taking, I know not doing it would be pretty darn difficult, I will admit. Okay, so you guys are used to it? Okay, all right, good. All right, just checking. So I love that he's autonomously, oh, thanks, Harvey. And look for prime picture yeah, you guys do. And the pictures are so helpful. That's part of the Jessa channel. Okay. Oh, that's smart, Abby. Duh. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, well, I can, because I do take the pictures and I use them and I look at them, but I don't really have a place where I upload them so you guys can look at them too. So I can do that for you. I can work on that. I will do that. Yay! So we are continuing the garden. I'm gonna, this one I am gonna 2-speed through. But once we get these vegetables, then we can put them in the baskets, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. He loves this. So I feel like he would really enjoy gardening because his carpool is going to arrive in about an hour. Oh, good. Did you come? He came home. Did you get an A+? How you doing, buddy? School and career. Nope, still just an A. But he's had an A for, this is his 3rd day of having an A. So if he still gets a 1 on Thursday and on Friday, then I think that's enough for a bird. It's not a hard goal, you know. So I will do that. I can easily make albums in Imager, and I just got to figure out how I want them sorted. So one part of Bastion's story is that Bastion is very attached to his father. And I feel like they had a unique childhood. You know, I told you that they grew up, Brock and Nuala spent most of his life, all of his life, in a boho bus. He was actually born in the bus. And when I say boho bus, I'm thinking, you know, like a gaily decorated place that they had turned into a home, basically, like an old school bus that they had emptied out and turned into a pretty house. I mean, a place to live. And Nuala was, had to work a lot during Bastion's infanthood and toddlerhood, and Brock stayed home. And I feel like Brock carried Bastion around in one of those baby wrap things, like a sling, a baby sling, and they are so close. And in fact, Bastion is a little bit, I don't know about obsessed, but one night when I was playing by myself, Brock went to bed, and Bastion just stood here for like, until I told him to go to bed. And he just kept throwing up once to talk to his dad, and his dad was asleep. So I don't know. This is a lot of, these two are pretty close. Baby sling, yep. And, you know, he would just feed him, you know, Nuala would nurse him as often as possible, but when she wasn't there, she would, you know, use a breast pump, and he would feed him the mother's milk, you know what I mean? So these two are pretty tight. And Bastion in particular initiates a lot of enjoyable stuff. So it looks like Bastion's asking, oh, to dance. Interesting. Bastion has taken to dancing and enjoys it. Maybe he thinks, there we go. So maybe he thinks he needs to teach him how to be able to dance with girls or boys. I'm not sure. What in the... Okay, that's a little bit too close. Quick! Change this, oh jeez. It was a boho bus, not an incest bus. We're not gonna picture time that. I don't know what the is going on, but whatever it is, it better stop right the heck now. We're gonna fix this now. Look at my face. I'm not playing. I don't know what just went down there, but it will never go down again. Get out of there. Stop it right now. What the bleep? What the bleep? Okay, so first of all, let's check. Let's check this right now. That was so wrong. Okay, so is Bastion not set as family? No, okay, so yeah. No, Bastion is set as family. What's going on? I certainly don't have any mods in that make that okay. I don't have in teen. I don't know what that was. I was like, oh, isn't this sweet? What? I don't know. I don't know, but whatever it is, it had better never happen again. So I'm wondering if that was messed up. Morgwin, oh, well, you can't clip that. That's too bad. That's one of the downsides of the... So how do I do this? Family tree, that's what I need. Show family ties. Children. You darn tootin' you are! He has no interactions, no other actions on his dad's menu. A mod that makes classic dance not romantic interaction. Oh, maybe that. Yeah, you know, I did. I'm not sure if I want to work this into the story or if I want to just seriously avoid it. I mean, I am game for all kinds of story, but yeah. You know what, JT, it was getting, you know, I was just like, well, maybe he just really loves his dad. He really loves his dad. Really. Let's just go to the, I don't think I do. Well, I mean, obviously I have something wrong. There's no question there. Nobody's gonna, there's not a leg to stand on in an opposing argument. Obviously, something is wrong. I'm just like, oh my God. That was some messed up. Did I just type that in right? What did I just type in? So it could be this. I bet it's this. So what is AH Classic Dance? Oh, it's from H and Highway. Oh, well, it might be this. So I guess I'm going to take that out. I have to figure out what it is, though. But anyway, yeah, okay. All right, so, we're going to just kind of let all that go. All right. I didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. You guys are like, we saw that. You can't make us forget, Jessa. Okay, all I have to say is you get over here, like you go way over here. You go way over here. Stop it. Stop with the stop it. Stop it. Nuala, just go in the kitchen. Go in the kitchen and leave it. Just leave it, Nuala. All right. Yeah, and then these two go to the cafe alone? No. Oh, God. Nuala, put that away, pumpkin. Hey, honey. So, Nuala says, let's have Nuala say hello to, not flirt. No more inappropriate stuff. Let's say hello to Sylvanas, actually, because Nuala just comes home and she sees her husband and son dancing, and she's just like, oh, they're sweet. Oh, I don't know. So let's see if she's gonna. Okay. I don't even know. I just don't even flippin' know. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure that he's not a criminal, although I don't know. Sylvanas, he's one of the, Romani clan. He lives at the, gypsy caravans. Oh, God. But they're kind of disagreeing a bit. But they're talking for a while. I mean, even if they're not really getting along too much. Yeah. Sometimes when they're talking, I like when they do things like they make birdie noises sometimes. Like right there when they do that, you know, and they make different noises and they explain stuff like they're telling a really big story. And then I'll have her say goodbye because, I don't know. Just it's nice to have a chat with the neighbors, and get to know people in Kettle Falls. So, and you know, I'm pretty sure that she's not going to cheat, but you know, if she rolls a want to cheat with somebody, then I will possibly play it through. Woo, hello. Well, Kettle Falls is many things, but I'm going to tell you, it's not really that boring, at least usually not. Well, actually, I've never been bored. All right, so I'm going to have her go ahead and... Is it inspect that does it? That harvest? Harvest. Harvest the squash. I like that you can harvest a seedling plant and therefore expand your garden. Oh, these garden crops are so good. Let's see if she'll naturally harvest these two. Yep, she is. Awesome. So just a reminder that if you want to have the Sims use these gardens in using them in unique ways, just put them on a walkthrough block, and the Sims will, as you can see, walk through, which is pretty important. Okay, so she is enjoying looking at her plants. Is this one need to be harvested? I think so. Yep. Excellent, and she's harvesting. Oh no, she's tending. I get it. You know, So what I'm responding to is cheesy. She said, "Do you think that Nuala and Brock would consider an open marriage since she's a romance sim?" I'm gonna. There is a triangle. I've always said this between. There are three people in the story. There's what the game wants. There's what the character wants, whether it be in The Sims or Skyrim or whatever game you're role playing. And then there's what the player wants. Interesting storytelling happens when you're blending all of those, creating a balance. And each entity, each side of that is appeased or satisfied. I personally don't like the idea of open marriages. They make me nervous and uncomfortable, and I don't think I want to have it in the hood. It just feels too, it feels like it goes against the concept for me of family. It's not my thing. It makes me uncomfortable. But interestingly enough, cheating as a story tool doesn't. Like, just having a sim just cheating just to cheat, just to be awful, I wouldn't have that. But if it was something the sim did, but there would be consequences for it. I wouldn't want a sim to just be able to just plain old cheat all the time with no consequences, because I feel like it is something that is essentially an extremely emotionally violent act. So, and for me, especially since my marriage is such an important thing and my values about marriage, it needs to be full circle. Exactly. It would make me feel so uncomfortable in my tummy. Okay, so Nuala is going to go for. So this is one of those times where the sim might want it, but I, as the player, would just veto it because I don't want to do it. I should say I have a strong belief in family. However, my belief in family is not so narrow that it only includes a mom and a dad and a child. I am open to family units coming together, 2 moms, 2 dads, or perhaps 3 parents. Perhaps, like my son has 3 parents. You know, he has his birth mom, he has me, his stepmom, and his dad, and he calls all of us his parents. So stuff like that. Yeah, with letting your Sims cheat, especially if you've had, it's just, it makes my stomach hurt even talking about it. So let's go over here to, and we're gonna need to take a break soon because I've been drinking too much tea. But what do we have here? We have some veggies. We have yellow squash. So let's try and put this. Oh, look at that. Is that look at that? Is that fitting in the way I want? Yes. Look, it fits in. Oh. Okay, so we'll put the squash here and we'll put the other squash there. Okay, and yay, we can get access to his. Oh, look at this, guys. Look. So there's some clippage here. Let me see if I can turn these. Yeah, they still clip. But can I move them? And then I can. Oh, look at that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think these things stack. I saw them stack. Can I take this out? Yeah, I can. How did I get that? How did she get that to stack in the picture? I remember it stacking. Looking for open permission to cheat. Yep. I think it's pretty rare that both partners are genuinely okay with it. I think there are some, because humans are so varied, but I think most of the time it's just one partner not having strong enough boundaries to say no. So how do I get these to stack? Okay, so and interestingly enough, I was thinking about, my use of guns when I'm so firmly against that use in real life. But I think of it more like Agatha Christie murder mysteries rather than going and just randomly shooting people. It'd be more like a tool that you used to do an evil thing for, to have a murder victim and then the mystery is solved. Like, I never considered that someone would get away with that. No matter what, somehow they would be caught. And that the process of catching them is where the story is, the mystery. Okay, so let's just take a moment though, because I need to go to, we need to take a quick look and see how this works, because I'm determined to find out. So, so if we scroll down for a bit, one of the things that happens that I like in our Patron live simming as opposed to our public live simmings is that they're so much more intimate, so we get into more intimate and interesting conversations. So you can see here that they're stacking. So how do I see that? Like, you can see these three here. So let's see how she's doing that. All garden crops, dirt base and pole have invisible options. Have a deco slot so they can be stacked and placed in produce bins. Stacked and placed. Oh, do I have to put them on each other outside of the produce bin maybe? Is that it? Like if I go like this? Oh, that's it. Check it. It's like that. Oh, that's awesome. Ah! Look, you can stack them on top of each other like that. And then put them in the, Isn't that awesome? Okay, so let's fill these up. Now we have 2 baskets to fill. Yeah, Harvey, I was pretty sure it wasn't an OMSP because there wasn't one mentioned when I downloaded it. But you can stack look at that, you can stack them on top of each other. And they look like, see, there's 1. And then there's 2 stacked up. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so now if we take these and then put them towards the back like that and turn them. There we go. And then over here we'll put the potatoes. And then these potatoes. Oh, that's not the back. Okay. Oh, that's cool because they turned on each other. Awesome. That sounds wrong. They turned on each other. You know what I mean. So if I switch these, oh, look at that. That's even better. If you turn it on them, they look more like a pile. Oh, that's so awesome. Flip. And actually, you know what? I think I will make them look like they're kind of piled in together. Oh, isn't that cool? Hi, Crafter! Okay, so then if we take this whole thing, are you guys, oh, these aren't stacking. They're just plopping on each other. Oh, okay, never mind. Those don't stack. I knew that. So, let's take this, go like that, put it back on its base. Yeah. And then we go like this, move the counter out, and then let's go, oh, wait, no, gotta move it out. So, if you want to put one thing into another thing, that thing that you want to put it into has to be on the floor. Can't be on a table or an OMSP. Oh, look at that. So cool. And then we can also put, yay! Look, you guys, it's my first open kitchen I've ever done in The Sims. Look at that! I'm sorry, I shouldn't yell. I try to keep my voice modulated for people who want to rest when listening to me. But oh my God, I got a little excited. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Thank you, Crafter. Yeah, we had a very interesting, yeah. That is just perfect. I think, so in order to have her, I can keep these for decoration, right? And then, yeah, that's actually what these baskets are for. The baskets are for selling. I will show you. And carrot stack, isn't that great? So, yams. But it's actually for making a place to sell them. Using, yeah, you see these produce baskets here. And then it also comes with these market shelves. So I'm just repurposing it for a different reason than how it was originally intended. Yeah. Okay, JT, we're going to take a break real soon anyway. Like real soon, because I have to go to the bathroom. So now that we have done that awesome thing, I will keep these vegetables in here, and then every once in a while I'll change them out with new vegetables, and we will make soup with these. That is pretty freaking cool. Okay, and you can see here that he came home and autonomously put his, before he went and was inappropriate with his freaking father, he put his homework right on the table where he should. So there we go. Is Parker here? Is he doing okay? Okay, so it's a little rainy in Kettle Falls. We are waiting until 6 o'clock when we can head on over for our first weekly Elder Night. Let me go ahead and save now because we haven't saved it all. Important to save all that fun stuff. Thank you. This house is not one I built. It's it is a, this one is by Beat Doc, I think, on Mod The Sims. Crafter, have you seen the inside of this house yet? You were here on Friday, weren't you? This is a kind of boho house. And it was pretty fun to do. I especially am proud of this right here, that it's usable, a usable desk in that tiny little area. Yeah, I don't think this one is plastic box for once, Abby. And we've managed to fit a goodly amount, including a nice little garden, chest table that is has an overhang so it's out of the rain and the weather. We have room to fit some other one tile object here. Little painting. Oh, look at that tiny little painting that Nuala was doing. Isn't that cute? And then we also have a telescope over here because Nuala likes planet finding. We've also got room for a bird out here. Okay, so we will leave it with a shot of the hood here with the church overhead, and we'll head to, yay! Hi everybody! Okay, so we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back and keep right on going, having a good old time. If we can find a way to work that inappropriate smooching part into the story without it being totally inappropriate, I will, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I don't know. Hi, Harvey. Okay, so, I don't know, Joe. I don't know. You know how you teach your son to kiss? By not kissing him. Yeah, I don't think so, Joe. Harvey, where you go? Oh, you have to go to work? Oh, okay. Am I right, Kristen? That's basically the way that fathers have been doing it for sons for generations, for like millennia, is by basically not kissing them. TS2 does have Family Kiss. Yes. Joe's trying to come up with something. A dad obsessed nightmare. Exactly, pretty much. Kristen, you amuse me because I know you're here most of the time for live simming, but you're pretty quiet from time to time. But when you do say something, it's so awesome because you just come in. She's quiet for like 3 hours and then she says something super hilarious and then she's quiet for another 3 hours. Some parents do kiss their kids on the lips. That is true. But I don't know if they do it while bending them over in the, like, no. I don't know, Joe. Anyway, let's go on to break. I'm going to leave the music playing for you. We're going to have some images of Kettle Falls up, and I will see you soonly because I got to go to the potty, okay? Always professional here at the Jessa channel. I'll see you guys soonly. Go feed and water yourself. Walk around and exercise your bottom, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, as always, for watching. Hey there, you're watching the Jessa channel live from YouTube today when we are doing our Patron live simming. And I have a little guest with me. I'm going to see if I can get him to hold still long enough. Come here, Papa. Oh, he just squeed. But anyway, I have a little guest with me, so I'm going to put him on camera. But yeah, you're watching the Jessa channel. We are playing as Kettle Falls. We are playing Kettle Falls in The Sims 2. And we've just had some very interesting things happen in the first part of the video. So if you missed that, go ahead and rewind when you're watching this later on. Because we found out that family kiss can mean a little bit more than we really want it to. Okay, yeah. Anyway, hold on a second. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Mommy loves you. Hold still so everybody can see you. All right, here we go. I am Jessa. Yay, there he is. Oh, he's a little bit, you can see his arm hanging out. He does that. That's his thing. That is his signature thing. When you pick him up, if he relaxes into it, he'll put his arm out. Oh, I have a wild fro. I call those dingleberries, those little parts of my fro that stick up, bing, and like they're like want to be part of the show. Oh, no, baby. You're a good boy. He's like natural Ambien. You put him on, and your whole body just put him on like he's a coat. you pick him up, and he's like his whole body. I'm trying to talk in a quiet, measured tone, if you can hear me, okay? Because I'm near his ear, and I don't want to talk loud. Because it will upset him. You're a good boy. You're a good baby. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good baby. He's like, too many people are looking at me. If you want to know what kitty motherhood is like, it's this. Okay, he went back to his bed. Basically, sometimes, a lot of times, he loves to be held. But I think with my attention, he's very keen on attention. If I'm like talking at you guys, my voice is not measured, and he knows that there's something going on right here, it makes him nervous. He's very keen, attached to energy. So, okay, so we have you guys here. Yay! And we're gonna go straight back into the game. Yay! So, we had left off where Luke is very pretty. He is so pretty. They both are. You guys have seen the countless pictures I've put of him in Discord, both him and Lila. Luke is really, they're both soft. Luke is particularly soft. His fur. Oh. I don't know how sometimes I'll look at him and I'll just be like, you know what? It's not normal for someone to be as good looking as you are. It's like some kind of voodoo or something. Like, what? Like, how do you do that? What's your secret, man? Because he is one stellar looking cat. He's not very big, too. They both are about what we think they're maybe kind of 3/4 size cats. Luke is particularly small. Lila looks bigger than Luke because she's got all that fur. But if you hold her, you can see that she's about the same size as Luke. Why are you so handsome? And why isn't it worn off of me from all the head bumps you give me? Exactly. I loved seeing your cat in Discord, and how you found them in a washing machine on the side of the road. What is the matter with human beings? Oh my God. Anyway. So, hey, Abby, are you here? Because I want to take a moment and show everyone this awesome thing that Abby did. But I want to wait until she's back. And in the meantime, I'm going to have a little bit of broth here. You're here? Yay, good. So I went downstairs. My husband's watching. He said, yeah, when you're live, I usually have it on, at least in the background. He loves me enough to keep me on, even though football is on right now. And he really likes football. So he's got the game going, and he's got me going, and he goes back and forth. There is a special place in the 9 hells for people like that. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, look, that's me. Switching back to Jessa doing the commercials, basically. I am one long commercial break relief. Okay, so what I want to do here is show you. Let me get it up on the screen real quickly before I tell you. So just look at the game while I pull this up from Discord. Morgwin, how are you doing? So Abby posted in Sim's discussion on Discord, she posted this thing. It was so funny. She said, if anyone is very, very bored, which I must have qualified for because I clicked on it so dang fast, I made a PowerPoint of my 2nd gen of Sims so my friends can keep track of them. It's pretty ridiculous. So this just shows how funny Abby is. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up on screen now. Okay, so this is entitled So Many Sim Babies. Who the heck are all of them anyway? And how I tell them apart. I think there's an extra "the" in there. So here's some of their traits. First of all of her Sims, like when I was going through, I was just like, they're so pretty. Abby, give me some of these Sims. Upload them to the Simtopia travel agency. So, this is Azalea. She has like 12,000 sons and loves them all. She loves ballet almost as much as her 13,000 sons. She got 1,000 between this bullet point and this bullet point. She's busy. But look at her Sims. I love the custom content and the hair. Her style is very similar to mine. This is Johan. He's artsy. Trademark. He plays 500 instruments. He's a theater kid, like set to dine. This made me laugh out loud. I was watching it in bed, reading this in bed, and my husband was asleep next to me, and I busted out laughing. Is that guy who brings his guitar to a house party, but somehow remains liked. Because if I told my husband about this, if he's watching, I'm talking about you, boo, that's so funny. I have to tell him to start watching. And my husband would readily admit that he was that guy when he was younger. He brought his guitar everywhere. It was like an extension of his hand. There's pictures of him playing in the school hallway, playing his guitar. So, I am Abby. So, here's a few more. Lena, cares what everyone thinks too much. And let's see, Bambi. I like her names too. Oh, you can just use the mouse button to go down. That's cool. I didn't know that. Does do no harm but take no crap. She's a twin. She's got an interesting Michael Jackson nose there. Look at that. Look at her alien defaults. So cute. There's a few more down here. Check this name out. This is her name. Mafia No Fear. Named after a name on New Zealand's banned names list. She's too beautiful for you. Small scale Machiavellian. I love her already. She looks like trouble. Smartest by far of the triplets. Has no patience for consequence. Who's consequence, you say? There's Lester. I love that. Check this out. I never use mustaches like that. And he just makes me look sleazy, very petty, very pretty. Like Mafia No Fear, is completely aware of how beautiful he is. Just very dumb generally. He sounds like a treat. And here's Consequence. She looks fascinating. Hers, I'm going to read all of hers because, you know, named this because her moms have a mean sense of humor, got her mom's fighting spirit to the max, jealous of Mafia No Fear and Lester's bond, which means punching them. Will fight anyone, anytime, for any reason. She loves to date for the sole reason that it provides her more people to punch. Loves Azalea, thinks of her as a sister, does not understand babies at all. Sweet. A true little dear. I think she might even scare off the vicar, and the vicar likes everyone. Anyway, it goes down a few more. There's Tristan. This one is another one. Insecure crybaby. Has no friends except his bro. More vain. It looks like these people are from a different family. And then it gets down to Percival, which I love the spelling of the name Percival. Adorable, incredibly whiny. He's just barely a toddler, so I don't know his personality yet. Anyway, that's the whole thing, so I thought it was pretty cool. And I love that when people take a little bit of time to do something funny. And she calls the quads the 4 horsemen. You have quads. Wow. I'm dreading the day that's going to happen, and it's gonna because I have a mod. It'll make it interesting, that's for sure. Won't be boring. Okay, so let's go on back into the game. But anyway, I wanted to give Abby a little shout out for that. Some of the many awesome things that are happening over in Discord with the fun we have there. It is Wednesday at 4:41 p.m. Nuala's husband and her son are off at the cafe, which is there. Nuala is gardening and taking some time for herself, so let's continue on. It's raining, but she doesn't seem to matter. Or mind, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and harvest these sweet potatoes, though. We need them. All right, so that means we can take these sweet potatoes. Woo, hello. And I'm wondering if we can, how we get these into the fridge. Let's just see. Nothing I can do with them. That seems a little awkward. There must be some way that we can use this fruit. What do you guys think? Like, how do I just sell the fruit and then make something that would have sweet potatoes in it? Or I say it does? Because it puts it in our... It puts... Why do we have a shiftable OMSP in here? I don't know. Basket. Okay, well, I think the best thing to do, I could put them in the basket here, but I think what I'm going to do is sell them. That gives us 15 simoleons, and then I will put this in her inventory, and for dinner I'll have her make something that we say has sweet potatoes in it. So Have dinner. Serve dinner. Okay, what's gonna be for dinner? Excuse me. Oh, okay. So, we're gonna have prawn curry for dinner. And that, of course, has the sweet potatoes, the curry, and the prawn in it. And also perhaps some of the squash that she got from the garden. Woo! Hello. I like it that, you know, we could say that that's a sweet potato. Close enough. It's somewhat orange. It'll do. Yeah, Abby's just saying make something that corresponds to it. See? Sweet potatoes. I didn't know it would look like this, but it actually looks nice. That's lovely. I like a picture of this one because it's so cool to see the recipe made with something from the garden. So we're gonna go F5, F10. This one we're gonna need a tab button for because of the tightness of the house. I love this lamp. Isn't that awesome? That's from the 33 lamp set, that wall lamp right there. And I'm going to zoom out. Such a cozy little place. And then I take a moment to look out the window. And I can imagine that Montague and Scotty, his dog, are walking, taking their afternoon walk by. Oh, look at this house. So cozy. And no ceiling. Okay, we'll just pretend we didn't see that. I actually have a ceiling up, I just don't have it showing right now. Because I keep it off unless I need to for pictures. So I'm going to do this, kind of looking out of the window like this. Woo! Okay. So cozy. Curry. I can practically smell it. Her style is so nice. She might be your favorite sim. She's definitely one of mine. I just think she's so pretty. And she's so interesting looking. And she's really very sweet. I love her freckles. And when I first found this hair, I about died, man. I clicked that download button so fast, man. Wasn't even funny. Okay, let's go ahead. I love the coziness. Yeah, I do too. Okay, thanks, Abby. Yep, anytime I can find braided hair. I particularly love the braids, long hair look. It's so great. Everything about your game, it's just an entire neighborhood of zen. I missed that up there, Angie. Thank you. Show us when you're done with that, Angie. Your kit to make an old mead bottle into a lamp. Show us when you're done in the well, you know. I'm not even going to tell you where, you know. You know that Discord is better than I do. Oh, look at that nice bowl. That is really nice. Man, I am hungry. This hair is from, let's find out. I'm sure it'll look very pretty when you're done. Because you have very good artistic style. You really do. I've seen some of Angie's work. One of her paintings I really want to buy. It's on my like list of things to do after I'm done paying off the computer. Hair. Okay, so hair female. Looks like it. Yep, it's this. This is... So this one you're going to have to Google because I don't know who... Well, let me see if I can find out from the... I don't know that person's... So Google... So it's an Alesso hair. That means I think that Alesso is a Sims 3 or Sims 4 creator. I think it's like a 3-to-2 type thing. It's called Eve. And also look this up and see if that gets you anywhere. What you're looking for is this image. This here leads me to believe it's from Assembler, this 1840 followers. And it comes in a braid and in a dread. The image that's on the screen. Oh, you guys are still looking at me? Why are you looking at me? Oops. I forgot to switch to desktop mode. That's the one. And this is what I have it called. It's right here. Hopefully someone can find it. You can see I have a lot of Alesso hair. So, but the Sims 2 hair database might have it too. Anyway, where were we? Thank you, JT. You just put it in the Sims 2 custom content section on Discord. That's where, you know that. You've been there long enough, you know that now. Because you have traveled all around and saw all that we had going on in there. Okay, so they are home now. Brock is home. And even though Brock might be a little hungry, and his bladder's kind of low, I'm going to have him go to the bathroom, and then we are going to go straight over, because we don't want to be too late for our elder meeting, our elder playtime. So let's go to use bathroom. Oh, JT, not in the slightest. Kristen. Kristen wants to know how I'm getting it to show up like that. So Kristen, what I'm doing is you need to be in a thumbnail view over here, first of all, icon view. Extra large icons, like so. And then the picture has to be named. Thank you, Morgwin. It has to be named that. So even if it's a PNG file, even if I download it and it's a PNG file, I just rename it to folder.jpg. So, hi Leon. That's how you do it. So go try that, okay? All right, so where were we? Oh yeah, so we're gonna, go ahead and have him go to the bathroom real quick because he's gonna be pretty late. And wherever he's going to the bathroom, oh, there he is. He's taking his time. You know, I understand you're an elder, you gotta go when you gotta go, but, you know. Nuala just walked in and went, excuse me. Ran upstairs to go to the bathroom. Hurry it up, brother. Who's calling? Okay, do not answer the phone right now because you gotta go. So, there's a small problem though that I just realized. I don't know if he can walk to lot. Yeah, he can't. Oh, wait, no, the church is a community lot. Never mind. Yeah. We are not going to take anybody for this. He can't visit other Sims right now. Visit other Sims require that all Sims be on the lot in order to start visiting. But he can go to St. Agatha's in the cemetery. He's like, honey, can you get that? I'll be back in a while. Nuala's like, I'll have to leave a message. I'm on the toilet. Where is she? Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm kind of busy right now. She says, have fun. All right. Let's do this. St. Agatha is named after my favorite author, Agatha Christie. One of my two favorite authors, I should always say that. And you're welcome, Kristen. I was thinking that one of the other things that I like so much about Kettle Falls is how community lots do double and triple duty. So the church is the church, the cemetery, and a community hall. And the fact that lots do double and triple duty. Oh, you know what? I forgot to form a group. Hi, Mon Mon. We've been going for about 2 hours now. Yep. Mon Mon, I was talking about you to my husband. I was saying, there's this really pretty woman who's in Discord because I was talking to him about how cool it was to be able to remember all your faces. And I was telling him about you and how you had a little owl purse that you took a picture of with yourself. And so we were talking about you 2 nights ago. Anyway, I forgot to do the group feature. So I wonder if I can just start a group now. Because the way you do a group feature is on the phone. So I'm going to actually redo this because I want to show you guys how this works. So we're going to walk as soon as he's arrived. We're going to... Yeah, an owl purse. It wasn't you? I think so. I thought it was you. Well, now I'm going to have to go look. What are you doing? Get over here. Watch me be wrong, and it's totally embarrassing. Hi, guys. So would you get over here, please? Oh, the baptismal font is still broken. The Lord is not on our side today. Okay, so I'm gonna send him home, and I'm gonna cheat a little bit here to correct my mistakes. So we're gonna go back home, and we're gonna change the hour. Same old time, though. Yeah, I remember you standing in front of a closet door holding a purse that I think I remember looking like an owl. Maybe it was a... Yeah. Pretty sure. Of course, if it's somebody wrong, I'm going to have a whole lot of apologizing to do. A whole lot. She's like, yeah, so it wasn't me. But thanks for playing, Jessa. She was like, I think I would remember if I did that. So now we have to wait a minute until he comes home. Oh, okay. Well, then it wasn't you. Well, dang it. Hey, will you go post a picture of yourself with an owl purse and make me a happy woman? So I can recover from this utter embarrassment, having mixed you up with another patron. All right, get on home. Get on home, my brother. Get on home, my friend. Get on home, etc., etc. Not you. Go do your homework, by the way. Painting complete. Oh, she's out painting. Cool. Hey, Juniper! This is Juniper Forthright. Super cute. She lives in a house which we're going to be seeing towards the end of this round. She lives right there. Hi, Raven. Oh, yeah. Isn't that funny face I made? Yeah, I'm trying to think of who I'm thinking about. She needs to go buy an owl purse. So come on home, dude. So I can change the hour and make this not so embarrassing. I always get a little bit scared every time that they're gonna never come home. They always do, but I always get a little bit like, he's never gonna come back. Where's my Sim? And there he is. Thank goodness. Community time has never failed, but boy, it has made me scared a couple times. It's Celine. Yes. That's what... Okay, so, Mon, I mixed you up with Celine, and hey, Celine, sorry about that. So, what I'm going to do in order to make this, put it back where we were, I'm going to change the hour to 6 p.m. So that's 18 in military time, or how the rest of the world does it. And then we're going to go over here. And, yay, we get to see sunset again. And we're going to go here. And, actually, the best way to do this is just go here. Let's, go to groups, manage groups. So what we want to do is to create a Wednesday night, elder club. Everybody photoshopped themselves with an owl purse. They'll, like, whoever makes owl purses on Etsy, there'll be like a sudden run for owl purses. So this is Wednesday night. Let's do it. It's not giving me all the... So let's do Wednesday night elder. Can I get club in there? No. Wednesday night elders. That's what it's going to have to be. We have Brock. We have Montague, who we said was going to be in this one. The vicar. Yep. And one more person. Annabelle Whittlesey. So that's our initial group. Emmeline will join later, probably because the vicar's like, I want Emmeline here, because they are dating. Okay. So once we do this and we gather them together in a group, you can have as many groups as you want. You can have a poker club, you can have a bowling club. And then once you do that, the groups feature is a lot of fun because it makes it easier to corral the Sims. So next thing we want to do is we can meet the group on a community lot. We can go for an outing, which is timed. I rarely do this because it's just, I don't see the point in stressing myself over it. So we go just for fun, which is not timed. And he calls up the gang and says, hey gang. And it shows everybody in the group. Nice and easy. We just go ahead and click accept. It says, hey guys, I'll be over in a minute. I'm running a little bit late. The vicar says, I've got the table ready and food is out. Everyone will make it to the outing. See you there. And then the outing means that a taxi comes to get you, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and save before I leave the lot. And he's going to sit down and rest a minute because he's a bit tired. And he's going to have a quick nap. And uh-oh. Where would you like to go? Somebody just broke the toilet. They'll have to deal with it. St. Agatha's and the cemetery. Hey, wake up. This is what happens when Elder Night comes. Everybody needs a little bit of the elders need a nap before they can go out. There's Quinn. Quinn lives right down here. And she's taking a walk just to clear her mind after a hectic day looking after her twin boys. So what does it say? He missed work? He went to work? Oh, maybe because I messed with the time. All right, now we go off to St. Agatha's in the cemetery the proper way. And what this means is that when you get out of the taxi, Brock is going around and picking everybody up in the taxi, and then everyone will appear at the lot. Tea break. It's 7:06 p.m. in the world of Kettle Falls. It's just after 7, and everyone is arriving at the lot. So the challenge of this is that we have a ticket machine on this lot. And they're going to go gossip, but I want him to... There are no actions available. Okay. So as a group, they'll more or less stay together. So the first thing they do is start gossiping about that's Sylvanas. I believe. I can't ever tell Sylvanus and Agnes apart. Let's go on over and start up a game. The vicar's like, come on, everybody. And let's get a game going. We want to... Oh, Vicar left a dirty plate here. Can I clean that? Can I get rid of that? I can. Good. The Vicar did not clean up after he left the lot last time. Does not make a good impression. Did I just make this so I can't use it? Oh, for the bleep and bleepity bleepity bleep. Let's try this again. Did I just somehow... I did. Is this one available? None of these are available. I wonder why. My games are borked. Huh. That's a little bit of a pain. I'm going to have to rebuy them and lose my chairs. I do not know why my games are borked. That's not what I want. I want to grab this chair. Okay. That's not the whole game. Very strange. I shall have to investigate that problem. It should be like that. Yeah. Let's try this again. Hobbies. Oh, maybe we could do Scrabble night instead. Let's put Scrabble down. That'd be pretty cool. Let's use a few of these games that we... Let's use Clue and Scrabble. And we'll make it a Scrabble night, a weekly Scrabble night. I think this is coming out of our household funds, which I don't like. So I'll have to give him back some funds. But there's always something to eat here. Bye, Cheesy. Okay, let's see if the chairs scoot in. Excellent, okay. So, if I go here, play Mahjong for money. We're gonna play for money. Let's win back some of that cash. So the whole group comes in, and they were trying to get to this, but they're gonna wait. This is how the groups feature works. As Slowpoke gets over here, and eventually all of them, yep, they'll all join in. And that's the neat thing about the groups. Although they're all going to, so the group has already overrode him. The group overrode him. They were like, no, first thing is you need to understand that you're not in charge even though you paid for the taxi. So Brock is going to come over here and join them. Denied! First vote. Okay. So I need to send the vicar to the church lot to do a bit of cleanup and whatnot. All right, so the first thing that Annabelle starts talking about is politics and how she doesn't think they really need a mayor. Someone who's just shouting and making a bunch of proclamations. As they continue to hang out. And the vicar is in agreement with that. And I think it's so fascinating that we're talking about politics. That's the first thing that they sit down and talk about. There's so many other subjects to talk about, but this is the first one. Monty is like, you know what, though? Since Monty is all about money, since he's a new owner of one, he says that it needs to be a paid position, one that wouldn't be free. Like you'd get a little stipend or something. Let's see what the rest of the group thinks. Mm-hmm.
Eldor.
All right, the vicar is in agreement. The rest of the group, no one seems to be vetoing it too badly. Everybody who needs to have a record check, making sure they have clean records so they can represent everybody. And let's see. Oh, there's some ghosts here while they're having that talk. Woo! I love the haunting. This is going to be both the pet cemetery and I wish one of the ghosts would go over and fix the baptismal font. Over here is where we're going to put most of the urns. This will cost quite a lot to get an actual plot because there's so few of them. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Did you guys see that? Monty just got scared. Poor Monty. I was not paying attention. I didn't know they were just going to jump up through the table like that. Are you okay, Bubba? It doesn't even show in his memories. That's too bad. You know what he's thinking? He's thinking we need a better place to meet, as I do not appreciate having the pee scared out of me while I'm trying to fleece these people playing this game. Poor Monty. Monty's like, yeah, exactly. So Monty decides to go off and calm himself for a minute. He's like, okay, guys, I think I got it. Let's see if that happens again. That'd be awful if one of the elders got killed off by fright before they ever had a chance to, His energy is pretty tired. And that's because I messed with him. Made it so that he's, more ghosts. Uh-oh. The door opens and somebody says, "Did you see that?" Monty says, "I don't appreciate this. Are you okay, Vicar?" Okay. Yeah, who are you? And you suck. Whoever he is, he died by fire. He's one of the founders of the, one of the residents of Kettle Falls before it was abandoned. No one really knows why. So, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have... I think there's going to be... The first vote is going to be that we need to have elder council at a place where there isn't a cemetery. So it's 10 o'clock at night. We're going to send him home now. Even the vicar's like, yeah, I'm used to it. Game night needs to be moved. That is for sure. Okay, so, Brock is... We're going to have him go home now. And the whole group will how do we do this? Gotta remember how I do this. I think we disband the group by clicking on someone in the group. Trying to remember how to do this. End casual group. Okay. So you click on your sim and end casual group. So I'm going to do that. He'll stand up. Listen to the ghostly sounds of the cemetery. Okay, so that's the, hey, get out of here. Oh, whoa. Annabelle's like, did you feel that? Okay, cut it out. All right, and they all leave. Brock is going to go home now. I don't think we can walk to Lot. We have to call the taxi because we arrived in the taxi. He's going to come back tired. Wow, it's a lot of haunting going on today. Do you know who did that mod, Joe? Let's go home. He's going to practically pass out by the time we get there. Monty's going to go in and have say a couple prayers. Sit down and commune with the good Lord above. Because I know you're tired. Oh, they're all tired. That's what elders like to do, is sit down. So frightening. That's so cool. They're just visiting with each other. These ghosts are so cool and so creepy. Okay. So we're going to draw this stream to a close. It's about 5 o'clock. And I'm hungry. And it's time to go downstairs and make steak and potatoes. And in fact, let me ask husband if he'll put the potatoes on to boil. Oh, because the font is broken? Okay, well, we will fix that. Really? At an advanced age? That's cool. Okay. My game is not allowing me to click on it. Interesting. Well, I think we're going to have to end the live stream right here because I think my game just decided that it doesn't let me. It's not allowing. There's something I'm missing here. Like I can't interact with it. I think my game froze. It froze. So I guess we're ending right now. Anyway. Luckily, we didn't miss too much. I saved right before we left, so thank goodness. It's been running very smoothly. It's just, when I loaded up, I went over, clicked on it, and it's just sort of sitting there, see? Can't do anything. And reset. Oh, wait, here we go. There we go. Okay, it's better now. Yay. Oh, wait, let me see if you can see. Yeah, you can see me because of the, yes, okay. So this is the last day we're going to play in this house for rotation. We're going to go to the Addams house. The Addams family. In the next live stream. Live simming. But for now, we will say goodbye to their beautiful little house. Yay. Awesome. But now let's go to just me. Thank you so much for joining me. That was how we got to see how an ROS works. We got to see those wonderful garden things. And you know what? Just one more time, let's just take a look at those because, oh my gosh, so awesome. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Fresh vegetables ready to eat. And we made, from the sweet potatoes, we made some curry. Isn't that awesome? Yay! We also now have the beginnings of an elder council. Thank goodness my game didn't freeze, so we didn't lose all that. And we'll let that begin our kind of add in our little political system. Then we're just gonna make it up as we go. But it was cool that you guys got to see an ROS and play a random occurrence scenario, and it worked out really well. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, you guys are patrons, but if you enjoyed what you saw, for those of you watching later on YouTube especially, if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. If you want to join me for patron-only live simming, which is just really cozy and just us, and you get more of a say because there's fewer people here, so I get to weave in your suggestions. Plus also, if you're a patron, you might have a sim that joins me in Kettle Falls. We are doing the Simtopia travel agency for patrons only. You also get access to a cozy Discord, and I also do other live streams from time to time that are patron only. I'm trying to think of something that I might want to do with the patrons for around New Year's Eve or Christmas time. We'll see. But no matter what, thank you as always for watching. Bye. See you later, guys.